All right, so the type banners are going to be coming out tonight, I believe, or tomorrow at the time of recording this. Um, so you might be wondering if you should be summoning on these banners, and we'll go ahead and look at them, look at the units on the list. We'll talk about, obviously the 50% support units as well, and kind of talk about, all that good stuff for sure. So if you don't already know, the 50% support units are one for every single typing. There's a super and the extreme for each one. Obviously, all of them are on different sagas. So GT over here, we have the Tien and second form Cell, or semi-perfect Cell. And then we also have the Kid Gohan and I can't remember what the move is called, the explosion from Vegeta. And then the Dirty Fireworks, that's what it's called. Then it's the Cabin Hit, and then it's also Ultimate Gohan and Physical Boo. So we can go ahead and look at some of these characters. So off the bat, some of these characters, they all do relatively the same thing. The main thing with them though is the fact that once they do EZA, they get slightly different passives than all of them have slightly different things. So we can already go ahead and see here. So Rildo is getting attack and defense here, and then lowering attack and defense, but Pan is giving multiple turn support instead, right? So we can, like I said, we can go ahead and look at the AGL one. So AGL is pretty good. I've seen a lot of people get Rildo first multi for sure. And then something, I should have probably clarified this at the beginning. So this banner is one that for the first 2 summons that you do, not only are they going to be 30 stones each, but you also get one of the brand new units guaranteed. So you, no matter what well, I say brand new, but they are a little bit old. You're no matter what going to get one of the 50% support units guaranteed. So you're either going to get Pan or you're going to get Rildo. And then not only that, at the end of the multi as well, you also get one guaranteed SSR, which will be featured, I believe, unless it is after the first 2 multis. I'm not too positive on that part. But I do know that no matter what, you're going to get one of the 50% supports guaranteed, which is good. Then, obviously, they also have LRs in here too. I would say that's not really the big deal, because you can get the LRs anytime. You can only get these 50% supports during these banners. So Pan, so we'll talk about this, and then I'll kind of skip this from now on. So they all get this portion of the passive, where they'll get attack and defense per key sphere, and then if it's their typing, and then they'll also get they'll also give an additional support here, which is why they're called 50% supports. Then they'll also give an additional 10% just to AGO. So if you're running them with extreme, it's not the worst thing. But and then they all get something in terms of passive when you have more allies on the team that are from that thing. So they get guard. If we go ahead and look at something like Tien and Cell real quick, just to make this quick point. Here we go. I probably should have had it all good to go beforehand, but yeah, they all have the guard when they have those. So we're not going to talk about that too much. We'll just, make a quick point right now. And they also all have it where they change every single type key sphere to AGL or whatever their typing is when they are 50% or less, and there are 2 or more of their either super or extreme on the 2 or more super or extreme, depending on if they are obviously super or extreme. We can go ahead and check over here. It's the same exact portion of the passive. And then, like I said, most of the only thing that I think really changes is the fact that I think it's literally just the super attack effects that change, I believe. I'm almost positive almost all of these are the exact same. So they all have really similar kits, but it's just the super attack effect that obviously matters the most. But yeah, so obviously, like I was talking about, they change type key spheres to AGL, which is really good. Or all of them do their own typings, I should say. Then they also get 50% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. They get an additional 20% and then an additional 10% crit chance if it's their own type key sphere. And then, like I was talking about, where they can just do it where anytime they are 50% or below for once only, they're able to change all the key spheres into whatever typing they are, which is very powerful because once you do obviously pop the or are below 50%, you basically put this unit in slot 1, and you can always see those Twitter clips of these units being at 2 to 3 million defense, depending on which unit they are, of course. So Uh, Obviously Pan is like incredibly strong because of the 2-turn support. I still see people use them relatively recently, especially with stuff like the Goku's family, you know, Bond of Master, or sorry, Bond of Parent and Child. You know, we're obviously gonna get more GT heroes, Earthbird fighters, like all that stuff definitely does help out. Rildo is good. He has like a good super attack effect, I would say, for himself. The main issue with him is obviously just extreme class, and then, you know, just links for extreme class are always so bad, you know. Especially because he doesn't have something like big bad bosses, because he lacks big bad bosses. It does hurt for sure. And the fact that he's only on 3 categories, I don't think there's a single 200% leader for him right now, or at least not that I know of. But that doesn't mean that he's not like usable. He's still pretty good. So we'll go ahead and close those out. Then obviously the tech type of banner. Oh yeah, I probably should have mentioned that too. The banners are kind of like, if you don't pull the support unit, most of the time it's just actually awful. I think Hachan can still get some use, but we would need a new Kid Goku for sure. Jacko sucks, you know, the Dodge or Die at this point. And then yeah, all the others suck. And again, I'm not gonna really talk too much about the LRs, because at this point, like, sure, you can get something like this, like, you know, the rebrand trio LR, but that's not the reason why you're going into this banner. It's not the reason I would recommend going into this banner for sure. Tank Vegeta could still get some use, but he's slowly aging out. Same with Yajirobe. If he doesn't dodge, he like just explodes. So Tien also has it where he greatly raises attack for 1 turn, but you'll notice that there is no defense, so he is slightly worse than something like Cell, who just does the same thing but for defense. I would definitely say that that doesn't mean that he's like bad, because the thing with these units is that you're supposed to bring 3 types of whatever you are running, and then obviously this would count as a 3rd one. Then you can guard and then just have them floating off, and then by like turn 7, you know, if you do pop that 50%, they'll most definitely be fine for sure. So obviously is slightly better, but and the thing with the Tien as well is that links, you know, this is a Saiyan dominant game, so don't be surprised when you know, it's obviously just gonna be in favor of Saiyans and hybrid Saiyans. Big Red Boss is always pretty nice, but like, dude, Attack of the Clones, like, come on, Messenger from the Future, not good link set. And then so for Kid Gohan and the Vegeta, they are both pretty good, I would say. The Gohan does like not permanent stacking, but like semi-permanent, where it's for 9 turns. So by the time you get to the end portions of the fight, it's obviously capped, but it doesn't feel capped because it's just for so long, right? Even before the EZA, it was still for exactly like 9 turns still, and then they just increased it to 50% for 9 turns. Like, that's insane, right? He definitely is one of the better ones for sure, especially because he has a lot of good links as well. Stay in lineage, prepare for battle. I guess Gaze of Respect is okay. Saiyan Warrior Race is obviously a good one too. Vegeta does have better links, but he greatly raises attack infinitely. He had that beforehand where it was just a raising attack, and then now his stun chance is higher. But in the defensive game, you can't really just rely like it. The main thing with these support units is that they're not supposed to be like the number. They're supposed to be helping out the team, right? They're not supposed to be there for, you know, they're not supposed to be there for the to be the number 1 on the team. They're just supposed to be there to support whatever typing you're trying to use. But he does have, like I said, a lot of links. Also, Big Bad Boss is on another Saiyan unit. He's, by the way, just a little, we're gonna make a little side note. He's like the only this is like the only moment for Vegeta where he has it, by the way. That, and it's this card for whatever reason. I'm not entirely sure why. It's just that moment. It's when he does the giant ape. It doesn't make sense too, because the LR doesn't have it either. Very confusing times for Vegeta, but whatever. I guess it helps him more on the extreme teams, but I would much rather run him on the I would much rather run him on like a Saiyans team instead, personally. Then we have the last too. Let me just go ahead oh yeah, we can go ahead and talk about this real quick. LRs all suck at this point, and yeah, I don't think there's like the only one I could think of that could be getting used soon is the Vegeta, because he could get an easy A within a year. I would assume. Probably, we'll have to see for sure. And then obviously every single TUR here sucks too. Like Pan was okay, but like her time is gone. So Kaba and Hit are another ones where they are pretty exceptional, I would say. They do help out the Universe 6 team so much, because you honestly just run them both on the same team, which is really funny, in my opinion, because you just run Universe 6, so the Universe 6 team gets massively buffed from both of these units for sure. Let me see. So yeah, so Hit raises his defense greatly, infinitely, and I think Kaba does he does the Kid Gohan, where it's 50% for 9 turns, so it honestly just feels like infinite stacking, even though it's not. It's semi-infinite. And then it obviously same passive, same everything. You guys know the drill at this point. So yeah, like obviously, again, just the links is gonna obviously be an issue, but if you're just running them on Universe 6, you'll have a decent time. I don't think it's gonna be that bad, because you're always just gonna have Warriors of Universe 6. You're always gonna have Turn Power. Shocking Speed is also gonna be a pretty common one too. You know, I would say that this is obviously a good one too. And then obviously Bulma is good here too. She's still good. This unit is trash. I can't even believe this actually lowers the value of the banner significantly. I hate this unit. Why did they design it like this? I hate it so much. But yeah, all the other LRs here are kind of dookie. I guess Hit and God Goku should be getting an easy A somewhat soon as well. They're coming up on it. Maya's, if she double super, she's mostly fine, but like, dude, I hate this unit. Like, why did they make it where she needs the second super, and then they made it where it's a medium chance? Like, why are you like this? Oh yeah, and then dude, Gohan. Okay, so this is the last one. From what I remember, Gohan sucks. Yeah, because it's stacking attack infinitely, and it's just not worth it at that point, right? This is funny. This is the only unit I have, by the way, out of all the 50% supports, is this guy right here. I wanted Gohan. Now I'm fine with not having Gohan. So obviously there's just like so much better Gohan teams at this point. So we're gonna like the tech one is just far away better than that one. Well, I wouldn't say far and away better, because he obviously is supporting, so they do different things, but still. Just doing attack is very, very bad. No defense on super is so bad at this day and age. Getting the attack and defense for one turn is obviously pretty good, but the main thing I would say is the fact that he's recovering 20% HP. That does really help. Obviously, Majin links are just going to be good across the board, just because of the fact that Majins always link well together, I would say. You know, so it's not the worst. So if you're asking for me personally, I guess let me bring them back up, because it would be right here. If you're asking for me personally, like what I would recommend doing, I would say go for the AGL banner to hopefully get Pan. I would say the Int banner, because both the Vegeta, well actually no, I was gonna say Vegeta, but isn't Vegeta the one I was talking about where it's just the stacking attack? Doesn't he stack attack? Yeah, never mind. I was gonna say him, but no. So I would probably go for Gohan, because like I said, he is a very good one for sure. If you're going to be running more Universe 6 characters, I would definitely go for Kaba and Hit. They, like I said, they are just like pretty. If you're running them, you're probably running them both on the same team, which is very funny. And then I probably wouldn't go for the physical banner like at all. But like, because these are going to be discounted, I would be like 60, 120, 180. So yeah, like 180 stones on these banners. It's not even that much. You get more in a month. So it's not the worst thing in the world to go for these units. I'm probably just going to go for all of them in general and just do the 2 multis on each of them. But I would definitely not recommend doing that, because some of these units, like I said, are just not they're just not worth it compared to stuff that is going to be coming out, but it is guaranteed, right? So I say just like going with not like too high expectations. I would say like don't go in thinking that you're gonna get like a top 10 unit. I don't even know if I've heard these units be top 10, but I would assume some of them would be. But yeah, like obviously the main issue too is that like because they made it where these are like saga related, like for example Beast, for example, you're not really gonna run Beast from with Kava, like from what I've seen, because what team are you running both of them on, right? That would be the only other main issue with them, but whatever, it is what it is. Like I said, I would say like skip 2 of them and like maybe someone on the 3. Like I said, AGL, Int, and then STR. Those are the 3 I would recommend. You could skip Tech if you want, because like I said, while 10 might be good and is probably the better one of the... No, I'm sorry, Cell is the better one of the 2. My apologies. So while Cell is the better one of the 2, I don't know when you're going to be making like a team with that, because he's mostly Cell links, right? And then Physical Bandit just kind of sucks because again, it's the same thing of just like we're raising attack. Why are we raising attack? You know, why it should be attack and defense at least. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Hopefully you guys do pull some good stuff in the banner. I'll obviously do recording of the units too, so that way you guys could, or doing recordings of the summons, so that way you guys can see. But as always, hope you guys always have a great rest of your week. Hopefully you guys do get some good luck and get the units that you want. Thank you as always, Will, for being a member, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.